says, another question. What kind of gaming headphones do you use? Oh, let me tell you something about these headphones. We're gonna have another sip of beer. We're gonna talk about these beautiful, beautiful headphones. You see these headphones? Ooh la la. These are the Astro A40 TR headsets. I will also pull up this model. The one I have is actually very old now. Let's see. Here it is. This is the new version. I have the, I think 2 generations before this. No, God, I think my headphones are almost 10 years old now. No, they're almost 8 years old. The only thing that's ever gone wrong with these headphones is I had to replace the mute cable, the cable that goes from the headset to the Mixamp, which is this thing. Because I static electricity'd it, and so it shorted, and it kept like muting itself because it was fucked up. What's this? Oh no, that's the controller. Fuck that. But this is it, and it's expensive. I paid $250 for mine too, but honestly, 8 years of headphoning, and the only thing I spent money on, like I said, was to replace the cable, and I upgraded the ear part and the headband to the leather version. It's like pleather. But this is it. Let's go to the Astros, actually. The only thing I don't like about Astro Gaming now is they got purchased by Logitech. So I'm not I don't know if that's affected their quality at all, only because they're doing shit like this now, right? Where you can get a custom colored set, which looks beautiful, honestly. I've seen them in person at PAX. They're gorgeous. They also have a wireless version that's $300. The wireless one has had a lot of problems over the year in the previous versions, where there was like interference between your headset and basically if you're using any other wireless, I'll scroll a little bit. If you're using any other wireless electronics, it can interfere because it's on the same frequency as like every wireless electronic. It's not Bluetooth or anything like that. So I have heard mixed things, but if you have to have wireless, it's still a really good headset. This though, this is the money. This is Hundo P, the money. And the Mixamp is absolutely, you gotta get the Mixamp. Like, they started selling it separately now, which I don't agree with. It used to be a thing where if you got the Astro A40s, it always came with the headset. Now you have to get the $250 one that has both. But the Mixamp is, Bluetooth is limited if you're using a mic. Yeah, I know there's a lot of problems with Bluetooth in general still. I know they've made a lot of improvements, but the Mixamp is fucking gold, honestly, because what you can do is you can switch it between PC and your console. It claims it's not compatible with Xbox. That's a fucking lie, honestly. It's not. There was one thing I couldn't do with the Xbox, but I've connected my Mixamp to all the consoles and it's worked fine. I have the PlayStation version because PlayStation is my primary console, right? But like, this thing is like cash money. I have the old version, which this knob is smaller and it's underneath the big volume knob. One of the guys I play with though, everything connected, I think, has this version where it's the 2, because his Mixamp broke when his cat swatted it off of the table one too many times. How big is the box? Box is I'll compare it to an everyday object. It's about the size of a beer koozie. It's a little narrower, but it was when I put this up Yeah, it's the height of a beer koozie if it's flattened, right? A little bit narrower, so it's about this big. But yo, it is hundo P worth it. And then when it happens is if you do set it up, I recommend setting it up to a computer, because then you can add sound profiles, which I never really did. Because when you turn it on, at least for the old version, it always defaults to the first sound profile. I just left it at that. It's like, whatever. But when you plug it in, you can change. So it has an aux cable in, and it also in the back. Yeah. So it has an aux cable in. It's got optical in. This is to daisy chain it with other Mixamps, which is if you're actually playing in a tournament. Oh, it looks like it's a physical switch now. It doesn't have a physical switch on mine. It has a different method of switching back and forth. So, yes, so basically you can plug anything you want with the aux cable, and then Stream lets you and then so essentially if you plug this in, actually I think I can pull it up here. Yeah. So you can change the outputs of, actually let me raise this all the way up since I'm here. You can change what outputs to through the stream port. So I have the stream port set up into the, yes, I have the stream port set up into, this goes into the Elgato, and that way, like when I'm playing with my friends on Saturdays, the reason you guys can hear them is because the chat goes into the Mixamp and then it goes out to the stream port into the Elgato along with the game. And I put up the aux. I probably shouldn't do that, actually. Let's revert that back. And yeah, and you just sync it and it saves that little box. But so the way that it works is the optical port has to go into the game console. If you're on PC, you don't have to use this part. But if you're on a console, you do. This goes into the console, this USB goes into the console, and then your headphones go in the front. And what happens is you can change the balance between the game and the party chat. So the game audio comes through the optical audio port, and then the voice audio comes through the USB. And so, like when I'm playing games, if my friends are talking way too much when we're in Warzone, I go, whoop, and I turn them down, pump up that game volume, hear all those footsteps. But let's say for whatever game I'm playing is louder than my friends are, one of my friends, maybe he's got a busted mic, right? And so I got to hear him, so I could just like, boop, 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 and I can eke him up. And then it turns down the game a little bit, makes him easier to or her, right? Easier to hear. This is the most this and this are the most valuable part of this headset, along with the comfort. Like I've played 40 hours straight wearing this headset, no problems. You don't feel a thing. It's a little heavy. It's not a light headset, but let me tell you something. It just like fits, right? There's none of this. It doesn't push down too hard on the top. It doesn't squeeze your ears. The ear cups are really big to like envelop your whole ear. If you switch to the tournament style backs, they're closed with a rubber thing. So like when I play in the summer, my air conditioner's right on the other side of the computer. I don't hear the air conditioner. Like I can still hear my game without blowing out my eardrums because they're closed back, so it isolates all the noise around you. That's why when I could hear my upstairs neighbor banging on the floor, I know they have to be so fucking loud because I can barely hear my air conditioner when I'm wearing this headset. Yes, absolutely. Like the Astro A40 TR with the Mixamp. It's fucking expensive, but it is so worth it. Like I said, I've had mine for like, stay connected. Oh God. I've been ranting so much about this headset. Astro, I almost lost my lawn for you. Recognize me, Astro. See me. Sponsor me. Send me, like, I don't even need a new headset. Send me just a new, you know, new set of ear things. I'll be so happy. I'll love you a long time.